Right now on Weekend Mornings, a familiar face is returning to public service in Dane County. Details on how Dave Mahoney plans to lead the county's new Department of Justice Reform.
And we're still seeing some scattered showers across our area, but more rain is to come. Details are coming up.
Also, friends of Madeline Kingsbury gathering in Winona Saturday to honor her memory, how you can help the family while they grieve. You're watching Weekend Mornings. I'm Kyle Pazorski. We're going to go over to Jacob Montesano now for your first warm forecast. Jacob, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing very nice. It was good to see some of the rainfall across our area, but unfortunately, we didn't really see that much. And a lot of that rain is really breaking up, but we could still see some very light showers across southern Wisconsin over the next few hours. But for those of you pretty much north of Wisconsin Dells, especially up to La Crosse, you folks are done with the rain for sure. As we head into the late morning, we'll continue to see the cloudy skies in southern Wisconsin, but central Wisconsin and northern Wisconsin, you folks will see pretty much sunshine throughout the entire day. But southern Wisconsin will also see the sunshine later in the day, partly sunny skies. By the evening, we may see clear skies, and then we will see clear skies during the overnight hours. Temperatures right now are pretty chilly, especially considering we do have a northeasterly wind at around 15 miles per hour with gusts up to 25 miles per hour. A lot of the area in the lower 50s. This afternoon will be pretty seasonably below average. So 16 miles per hour in Monroe. As I mentioned, the gusts are up to 25, even 30 miles per hour. So the winds are going to be a little bit gusty today, and the temperatures are also going to be a bit cooler. Highs will only be in the 60s for Madison by the afternoon. La Crosse will be a bit warmer with highs near 70, but still below average for this time of year. As I mentioned, we are going to see more chances of rain possibly tomorrow and Tuesday. I'll talk more about that coming up a little bit later in the show.
Thank you so much, Jacob. Dane County Executive Joe Parisi has announced that former Sheriff Dave Mahoney will serve as interim director of the county's new Department of Justice Reform. Braden Ross sat down with Mahoney to hear how his vision for the new office and how he feels about returning to service.
You probably recognize Dave Mahoney. He served as Dane County Sheriff for 15 years before retiring in 2021. But now he's back.
In many ways, this is returning to my 41-year commitment to Dane County to serve others before oneself.
For the next 6 months, he'll be working to get the county's brand new Department of Justice Reform up and running.
What I hope to begin putting into place is implementing the programs that will make a difference in our criminal justice system.
While he was sheriff, Mahoney worked on a criminal justice council, working with other city and county officials on how to improve the system.
What's exciting here is that the county board and the county executive have created a department to actually put into effect some of the recommended outcomes of the Criminal Justice Council.
For Mahoney, changing the criminal justice system is all about understanding the people in it.
This is an opportunity to change the potential trajectory of young people intertwined into the criminal justice system and to really look at what the core fundamental reasons are for being involved.
Some of the things he's focused on, mental health and addiction.
The driving force behind incarceration in the Dane County Jail of roughly 16,000 people a year was 80% of those individuals suffered from a drug or alcohol addiction. And the fact that across the country, our largest mental health institutions are jails.
Mahoney will lead the 6-person department through their first 6 months while the county conducts a nationwide search for a permanent director. But until they find one, he's more than happy to get back in the game.
I look forward to, placing my mark once again on the future of Dane County.
For News 3 Now, I'm Braden Ross.
The county board will next need to approve Mahoney's appointment in the next few weeks. If approved, he'll serve until early 2024. Thousands gathered in Madison Saturday morning for the Susan G. Komen More Than Pink Walk. The walk was held at Willow Island at the Alliant Energy Center. Their goal is to raise $169,000. So far, they have raised more than $130,000. The funds will be used to fight breast cancer and raise breast cancer awareness.
Please make a donation if you can. We would be so honored to have you help us reach our goal in the fight against breast cancer.
To learn more and find out how you can donate, go online to channel3000.com and you can search for this story. On Saturday, people from across Dane County came together to mourn the loss of longtime Latino community leader Juan Jose Lopez. Lopez died at the age of 64 this week. His life was celebrated by friends, family, and others Saturday at Gunderson-Fitchburg Funeral and Cremation Care. Elected officials and community leaders say Lopez advocated for every community. He was the first Latino to serve on the Madison School Board, serving from 1994 through 2006. The Latino Chamber of Commerce has established a scholarship fund in Lopez's honor. Friends of Madeline Kingsbury, along with volunteers, gathered in Winona Saturday to honor her memory as well. An event which was originally planned while Kingsbury was missing was to be held at the Wetonka Tavern and Reception Hall for a benefit for her 2 children. Since the news of her passing, the goal shifted. Kingsbury's loved ones say they're raising awareness of the situation and coming together to support one another in a difficult time.
She didn't deserve this. Nobody really does, but especially not Maddie. She was thrown away, and instead of living her long, happy life with her children, that was taken from her.
The benefit included a raffle, banquet, and silent auction. The money raised will be set aside for her children. In Onalaska, a vigil was held at Dash Park last night to remember 6-year-old Alex Xavier Pedron, who died in his home in February. People wore shirts and showed up seeking justice for the 6-year-old. 31-year-old Josie Dykeman is facing multiple charges, including first-degree intentional homicide for the death of Alex Xavier. She pleaded not guilty in court on Friday. Happening today, Janesville's oldest Catholic church, St. Patrick's, is holding its first service in the newly renovated building. In November 2021, the spire of the church was taken down. That's what you're seeing right there. After a building assessment found that the tower was leaning and cannot be fixed in place. Today's service to mark the renovation's completion is at 3 p.m. And a reminder that the Madison Metro Transit redesign officially goes into effect today. The new system will have fewer routes and stops, meaning riders might have to walk a little further to get to their bus. But buses will come more often and have more direct routes. And with more of those direct routes, if riders have to switch lines, they'll do so at normal stops instead of transfer stations. And watch this. A family in California was shocked to find 1 million pennies inside their father-in-law's home. The face value of the coins is around $10,000. Even though it's not that much, relatively speaking, the family says they have been made offers more than doubling that number. It all goes to prove that the age-old saying, a penny saved is, in fact, a penny earned. Former British Prime Minister Boris Johnson is resigning as a member of Parliament. Johnson said he had received a letter from a committee which is investigating whether he lied to MPs over Partygate. That's a scandal involving parties and other gatherings of government and Conservative Party staff held during the COVID-19 pandemic. In his letter of resignation, Johnson criticized the government of Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, saying support for his party has fallen since Johnson's departure as Prime Minister. Johnson served as Prime Minister from July 2019 to September 2022 and has been an MP since 2001. Democrats are touting recent victories at their state convention being held in Green Bay this weekend. Governor Tony Evers and Senator Tammy Baldwin were among the many politicians in attendance Saturday. Democrats had significant victories statewide in both last November's election and this spring's election. Democratic Party Chair Ben Winkler says it's because of actions Democrats have taken in recent years.
Our convention theme is working hard for Wisconsin because Tammy Baldwin, President Biden and Vice President Harris and our down ballot Democrats just wake up every day working incredibly hard to honor the hard work of Wisconsin families.
The Democrats will have to wait and see whether that momentum will carry over to next year with the presidential race at the top of the ballot. Next weekend, Republicans will hold their party convention in La Crosse. Former President Donald Trump returned to the campaign trail Saturday in his first public appearance since being indicted over allegedly mishandling classified documents. Bradley Blackburn has more on what he said and how his challengers for the Republican nomination are responding.
Former President Trump hit the stump Saturday on the campaign trail in Georgia and North Carolina, fighting to return to the White House and joking about the federal criminal charges he now faces.
They want to use something called the Espionage Act. Doesn't that sound terrible? Oh, espionage. We got a box. I got a box.
A 37-count federal indictment accuses Trump of obstruction and conspiracy connected to hundreds of classified documents he kept after leaving office. Photos in the indictment show file boxes stored at Mar-a-Lago in a public ballroom, even a bathroom. It alleges he knowingly kept classified records, some marked top secret, about the nation's nuclear and military capabilities, and showed them to people without security clearance. And federal prosecutors claim he tried to cover it up, allegedly suggesting an attorney hide or destroy documents under subpoena.
We have one set of laws in this country, and they apply to everyone.
How are the waffles? Are they good?
Stopping at a Georgia Waffle House, Trump again claimed the charges are politically motivated.
The whole thing is a witch hunt. It's a disgrace.
Rivals for the Republican nomination gave their take.
It's important that we take it seriously. We don't diminish it.
Including Trump's former VP, Mike Pence.
I'm deeply troubled to see this indictment move forward.
Trump will travel to Miami to appear in federal court Tuesday for his arraignment. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
And coming up, several Kohl's locations in Milwaukee were evacuated Saturday. We've got the details on that and more news ahead. You're taking a live look over the Capitol now. Jacob has another check of the forecast just ahead.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they helped us actually connect?
What would I give?
Introducing US Mode. Set your phone for human connection at US Cellular.
Your work is your calling. It drives your days and powers your nights. But if your teeth no longer work as hard as you do, Aspen Dental is here with smile replacement solutions that work for your life. Whether it's your first step or a fast fix, you can get in today for all your denture needs, all at an affordable price. Right now, get new dentures for $30 per month per arch with 60 months financing. $1,770 total payments including interest. Aspen Dental, anything to make you smile. Book today.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Mosquito Squad for Best Pest Control. Mosquito Squad of South Central Wisconsin, from dawn to past dusk. You decide when it's time to go inside.
Imagine this. It's 1968, and the mayor of Milwaukee says nope to Summerfest. How many bands would you have never seen? And how many lakeside selfies just wouldn't exist? You'd never have met your new best friend while singing along to every song. Or know the feeling of hitting all 12 stages before the headliner. Thankfully, 55 years ago, Summerfest was a yes. And every year since has been one to remember. Don't miss Milwaukee Summerfest, presented by American Family Insurance.
At the Butler household, we celebrate a little differently. Now we can easily assign chores and the kids get paid for them right away. So they're learning valuable financial lessons, and I'm getting a clean house.
Learn more about the Mind and Money tool at ECU.com.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Smith's Service Center for Best Non-Dealer Auto Service Shop. Vote today for Smith's Service Center on MadisonMagazine.com.
More epic than cliff diving a waterfall. More epic than 2.5 months of vacation. More epic than Cousin Toby visiting unannounced. It's the epic summer sale at Denver Mattress, and that means everything is on sale. Like the Queen Size Summit, now only $332.49. Purchase the Tempur-Pedic and get a free $300 gift. Plus, no interest until 2027 and free shipping. Shop the epic summer sale today, only at Denver Mattress.
I brought in Ensure Max Protein with 30 grams of protein.
Those who tried me felt more energy in just 2 weeks. Here, I'll take that.
Ensure Max Protein with 30 grams of protein, 1 gram of sugar. Enter the Nourishing Moments giveaway for a chance to win $10,000.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See? $1,200 off any phone at US Cellular. No trade-in needed.
Boom. Chocolate milk.
I'll take the chocolate milk.
US Cellular, built for us.
Well, here are the 3 things you need to know. The showers we are seeing this morning will clear out rather early in the day, especially by the late morning. But we also are going to see another round of possible showers Monday and Tuesday. Temperatures are also going to be a lot cooler. Today we'll see highs in the 60s. We'll see highs in the 70s for Monday and Tuesday. but we will see a return of the warm weather by the middle of the week, and this will continue through most of next week. So here's a look at the current radar. We are still seeing some scattered showers, but they are very light. I wouldn't be surprised if we still see a few raindrops here in Madison, but for the most part, we're not going to see much moving forward, at least for today. Now, we will see cloudy skies earlier in the day for southern Wisconsin, but central and northern Wisconsin, you folks will pretty much see sunshine throughout pretty much all day. And then southern Wisconsin will see the sunshine peek out of the clouds a little bit later in the afternoon and evening. We'll see clear skies during the overnight hours tonight. But then we're going to see more scattered showers move into our area tomorrow. Now, most of the rain will stay to the west of Madison, pretty much between La Crosse down south to Platteville. That's the greatest chance for some scattered showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon tomorrow. For the most part, it's not going to be much, but we could see some heavy rain within these thunderstorms. But then as we get into Monday night and Tuesday, we're going to see some rain moving in from the northeast. This rain appears to be a bit more widespread and will impact parts of our area for a good amount of time. This looks to be for Madison, places just to the west, as well as definitely places to the east and northeast. Further west from La Crosse to Platteville, you folks probably won't see quite as much rain Tuesday. And this rain may continue throughout the day on Tuesday and possibly will bring us up to an inch of rainfall for some locations. Hopefully, if we're lucky, we'll see around a ½ inch to a full inch of rainfall. But definitely some much needed rainfall is expected across our area for Tuesday. We also are going to see some pretty gusty winds. Right now, the winds are kind of gusty, but they're going to lighten up a bit throughout the afternoon and overnight. Then as we get to tomorrow, some areas may see even gustier winds with wind gusts up to 30 to 35 miles per hour. And this will continue for Tuesday as well. By the time we get to Tuesday, the gustiest area will be in the southwestern portion of the state. And during the afternoon on Tuesday, we'll continue to see those gusty winds. So just be prepared for the winds to be a little bit gusty the next couple of days. And as far as temperatures, if you like cooler temperatures, today is the day for you, because by the afternoon we will see sunshine and temperatures will only be in the 60s. Some locations may get to the 70s, but still well below average for this time of year. Tomorrow, a bit warmer, but still relatively cool compared to this time of year, with those scattered showers and storms, especially to the west of Madison. For La Crosse, chance of rain on Monday. A small chance of rain on Tuesday, but likely going to remain rather dry. Pretty hot by the middle of the week, with highs in the upper 80s, and 80s will continue through the end of the week and next week. For Madison, a bit cooler. The small chance of rain Monday with a greater chance of rain on Tuesday. So those 2 days in terms of the chance of rain is kind of flip-flop for La Crosse and Madison. And temperatures will be a bit cooler, mid-80s by the middle of the week. We could drop back into the 70s by the end of the week, with 80s returning to start next week. We have several small chances of storms, but outside of Tuesday, they appear to be a hit or miss. Hopefully we do get lucky and see that rainfall, because we definitely need it.
Thank you so much, Jacob. Around the state now, employees and customers of a couple of Kohl's stores were forced to go outside as police checked the businesses for bombs on Saturday. It happened after a local news station received an email making threats against multiple store locations around Milwaukee. Kendall Keys has the details.
Yeah, there's a bomb threat at Kohl's, and so supposedly we have to evacuate everybody from the entire, strip mall.
That's what Kyle Savecco says police told Piggly Wiggly employees at Elmbrook Plaza in Brookfield.
We were told to evacuate at 5:30, and we've been out here ever since.
Dozens evacuated there and at the Kohl's in West Dallas. Everyone waiting outside for the all clear for hours, including Isaiah Hopkins, the manager at Jet's Pizza in Brookfield.
Me personally, I don't like things like this. I want to go home, but I can't, and I'm really scared of my life because I don't like being in stuff like this. Because, last time it didn't take this long, and this time it's taking a lot longer than last time, so ain't no telling what's back there, if they found anything or not.
Hopkins referring to June 2nd, a series of bomb threats to Kohl's across the country, including the Oak Creek Kohl's and the one in Milwaukee, too. News Chopper 12 captured employees evacuating there, officials eventually giving the all clear hours later.
They got the dogs back there right now, trying to find anything, hopefully that they can. But at the moment, though, the only thing we can do is just wait and just hopefully that we hear good news so we can all get back to work and get home safely. That's it.
Coming up next, the man known as the Unabomber is dead, with reports it was a suicide. We've got the details next here on Weekend Mornings.
Channel 3000 Plus. Watch from your streaming media player or mobile device.
One call, that's all.
Gruber Law Offices is more like family than anything. I love the good energy, the approachableness of everyone that works there.
They know my family. They've, visited my house. They know my husband and my children.
A lot of smiles, friendly faces.
He asked about my family. I even asked about my dog.
that was in the accident.
If you want a lawyer who cares, you have to call Gruber Law Offices.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Gruber Law Offices has changed my life.
Have you ever been challenged, been tried, made a pact with your own limits? Have you been here, there, places no one should go? If you have, then you know that whatever you're capable of, so are we. No wonder Ford SUVs lead in brand loyalty. Now get a new Ford Edge with 0% APR financing for 36 months, only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Everlight Solar is the premier home solar company in the Midwest and a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. We make going solar simple and affordable with $0 down. To learn more about solar for your home or see our employment opportunities, visit everlightsolar.com.
You got me.
Tag. You're it.
Imagine a world with no drama. With 4imprint, you don't have to chase down the perfect promotional products. Exclusive apparel, bags, drinkware, and more. 4imprint will help you capture the moment and guarantee to deliver your order on time and on budget. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Alien tape is strong enough to hold this fishbowl on a moving car. Just peel and stick and make anything stay in place quick. A wooden shelf, a basket to glass, rugs to the floor, and so much more. Alien tape sticks to brick, pavers, marble, tile, plastic, even leather. Nothing works better. Alien tape secures in seconds, then twist, pull, and rinse to reuse. You're dying to try it. Here's your chance to buy it.
Call 1-800-490-1347 or go to tryalientape.com. That's 1-800-490-1347.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Buck and Honey's for Best Restaurant, Outdoor Dining Patio, and Best Bar with a View. Vote for all your favorites on MadisonMagazine.com.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I want to take a second to talk about the air quality. Right now, we aren't seeing any air quality alerts, and we probably won't be seeing it for some time. But also, in the Northeast, air quality has improved tremendously. There are only a few air quality alerts remaining, but that doesn't mean we're out of the woods for good. Here's a look at the future track smoke. We are going to see very light smoke the next couple of days. Some places may see some moderate smoke, but definitely not enough to warrant an air quality alert. But check out to the north and west. There is the potential for more heavy smoke to move into other parts of the United States, and that means that our area may eventually see some heavy smoke once again. So we unfortunately might have to be dealing with the smoke all summer. But as far as the next 7 to 10 days, we are looking pretty clear for the smoke unless big changes occur. Now, as far as the rainfall, we are going to see some rain tomorrow, but it'll mostly be to the west. A greater chance of rain Monday night into Tuesday, and then some kind of hit or miss rain chances Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. And then we are going to see more chances of rain to start next week. And as far as temperatures, after today, we're not going to be too far above or below average with 70s and 80s.
Thank you so much, Jacob. The man also known as the Unabomber is dead. Ted Kaczynski was found unresponsive in his prison cell on Saturday, with sources telling the New York Times he died by suicide at a federal prison medical center in North Carolina. Polo Senvadal has more.
Known infamously as the Unabomber, Ted Kaczynski was serving 8 life sentences for a 17-year deadly reign of terror when he died Saturday. Prison officials tell CNN the ailing 81-year-old was found unresponsive in a cell overnight. His cause of death, not yet released. In December 2021, Kaczynski was transferred to a federal medical facility in Butner, North Carolina, used to house inmates with health conditions.
I think it's very important for transparency reasons to fully understand the circumstances around the death, but I would caution speculation at this point. We don't really have any reason to believe anything untoward happened here just yet.
Andrew McCabe is a former FBI deputy director who was with the Bureau as agents closed the Unabomber case. It was in 1978 when Kaczynski started his campaign of violence by leaving a mail bomb in a parking lot at a Chicago university. He would go on to plant explosives on an airplane, university buildings, and by computer stores. He also mailed powerful bombs to university professors and business executives. By the time he was arrested in 1996, his 16 devices killed 3 innocent people and injured 23 others. His own words published in a manifesto were what eventually led FBI agents to his off-the-grid primitive cabin in the woods of Montana, tipped off by Kaczynski's own brother.
He pursued this bombing campaign as a way of striking back against technological advancement, which he believed was damaging the environment in ways that needed to be stopped.
Before becoming prolific bomber, Kaczynski was a high school honors student in Illinois who enrolled at Harvard at just 16. It was during his college years that Kaczynski took a dark turn, recalled his brother.
Ted was withdrawing. There wasn't the desire to come home and enjoy the family.
As part of a deal with prosecutors to dodge the death penalty, Kaczynski admitted to the bombings and was sent to Colorado's Supermax prison, where he remained until his medical transfer. At the time of Kaczynski's 1998 sentencing, the widow of victim Jill Murray wrote, "He will never, ever kill again."
The FBI is investigating Kaczynski's death. There's still a half hour of news ahead here on Weekend Mornings. Next, we're running through the morning's top stories. We'll be right back.
It's a brand new day.
Don't let junk get in the way. All you have to do is point.
And you'll be back to your old self again.
Yeah!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Dr. Cahill here with Associated Physicians to share that you and your kiddos are welcome and loved in our pediatrics department. Parenting is filled with joys and challenges. We get it. We're here to walk alongside you in your journey and cheer you on as you go.
Call for an appointment today. 608-233-9746. Associated Physicians. Devoted physicians, trusted care. Visit us at apmadison.com.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit vrapwi.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you.
Want to work out for free? This summer at Anytime Fitness, you can get up to 3 months free. Get more for your membership than just machines, with 24/7 access and a community of support. Hurry! The earlier you join, the more you save. Stop into Anytime Fitness now and get the summer free.
Sometimes you're so busy taking care of everyone else, you don't do enough for yourself or your mouth. But eventually it will remind you. When it does, Aspen Dental is here for you. We offer the custom dental treatments you need all under one roof right nearby. So we can bring more life to your smile and more smile to your life, affordably. New patients without insurance can get a complete exam and x-rays for $29 and 20% off treatment plans. Aspen Dental, anything to make you smile. Schedule your appointment today.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Fifth Quarter Bar and Grill for Best Sports Bar. Vote today for Fifth Quarter Bar and Grill and all your favorites on MadisonMagazine.com.
It's a brand new day.
Don't let junk get in the way. All you have to do is point.
And you'll be back to your old self again.
Yeah!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
News 3 Now is taking action to find and deliver the news stories that matter where you live.
Taking action to uncover the truth, getting answers, and finding solutions that can make an impact in your life and our community where we all live.
Taking action for South Central Wisconsin. News 3 Now.
Madison Mallards Baseball brings you a night of fireworks on the base paths. And after the game is over, don't miss the Mallards' next fireworks night, Friday, June 16th against the Lakeshore Chinooks. Get your tickets today. News 3 Now is a proud sponsor of Madison Mallards Baseball.
Right now, celebrating a Madison leader's legacy, what those who knew Juan Jose Lopez had to say as they mourn his loss.
And we're still seeing some light showers across our area, but more rain is to come. Details are coming up.
Also, former President Trump on the campaign trail following his indictment, what he's saying as he looks for support from Republicans. Good morning. Thanks for joining us on Weekend Mornings. It's Sunday, June 11th. On this day in 1993, movie Jurassic Park was released. We go now to Jacob Montesano for your first warm weather. Jacob, Jurassic Park was one of my favorite movies. How about you?
Yeah, it's an absolutely great movie. Steven Spielberg has just made so many amazing movies. Probably the greatest director of all time, if I had to say so. Now, if we look at the current radar, we are still seeing some light showers. This will continue to break up over the next few hours. Wouldn't be surprised if we still see a few raindrops in Madison. But for those of you in La Crosse, you folks are definitely done with the rainfall for today. We will start to see cloudy skies during the late morning and early afternoon, but the clouds will break for Madison and sunshine is expected during the afternoon and evening. But for central Wisconsin, you folks will see sunshine really throughout the entire day. Temperatures are still pretty chilly. A lot of the area in the 50s. Some locations are actually in the upper 40s. But during the afternoon, although they will warm up to the 60s, they're going to still be pretty below average for this time of the year. We're also dealing with some minor gusty winds. A lot of the area seeing wind speeds over 10 miles per hour. Wind gusts are actually up to 25, possibly even 30 miles per hour for some locations. And the windy weather is also expected to continue for the next couple of days. So here's a look at your day planner for Madison. Still might see some lingering showers around 10 a.m., but for the most part, we are going to be dry, especially by the afternoon with sunshine appearing, especially later in the afternoon and evening. And then for those of you in La Crosse, sunshine is expected throughout much of the day. A little bit warmer than Madison with high temperatures around 70. Madison may only get into the mid-60s. So both areas are well below average for this time of year. I'll talk more in detail and give you the timing of the rainfall we expect to see the next couple of days. I'll have those details coming up later in the show.
Thank you so much, Jacob. On Saturday, people from across Dane County came together to mourn the loss of longtime Latino community leader Juan Lopez. Lopez died at the age of 64 this week. His life was celebrated Saturday by friends, family, and others that he's impacted through his work. Photojournalist Cindy Martin showed us why.
It's a hard day for our community.
You know, Juan was a very genuine and very generous human being. He saw the best in people, even when they didn't see it themselves.
Just a gem of not just for his community, but for the community as a whole.
He knew people, you know, and he used his skills to make it better for a lot of other people.
I think for him, it was about uplifting community and being part of a community, and not just the Latinx community. It was the political world, the grassroots community leaders. He touched so many different points, and this is an example of how one person can make an impact, a significant impact on so many people, right?
Well, he taught me one thing as a leader, and he said, don't talk about it if you aren't going to do something about it. He didn't just talk it, he put in the work.
Yeah. He wanted the best, and he was one of those people that you can count on him. When he said he was going to do something, you can count on him to do it.
He advocated for the rights of, you know, underserved communities, whether they were Latino or other, you know, diverse communities. It didn't matter. Wherever there was a voice that was underrepresented, he made sure he stepped up to the plate.
The legacy will be the convener, the collaborator, the uplifting our communities.
His legacy is service. He served this community for maybe nearly 40 years, and so he's made a difference. And so what he would want is that we find a way to collaborate and work together.
You know, the line right now is wrapping around the entire funeral home for folks coming in and wanting to see him and pay their respects, and that's a true testament to the work that over the past 40 years he dedicated here in the state of Wisconsin. For me, it was an absolute honor to know him, and it is, you know, and it's an absolute honor to continue in his footsteps and finish everything he wanted me to start and finish.
The Latino Chamber of Commerce has established a scholarship fund in Lopez's honor. A summer playground program is returning to Beloit beginning Monday. Kids ages 6 through 12 are invited to join city and parks and recreation staff for free games, activities, and crafts at Vernon Park. It will take place Mondays through Fridays from 1 to 4 p.m. This is the first time the program has returned since before the pandemic. The program runs through August 11th. To Green Bay now, where Governor Tony Evers and Senator Tammy Baldwin, along with other politicians, are gathering for the annual Wisconsin Democratic Party convention. Political reporter Will Keneally is there and has the latest.
As I said that day,
Here at the State Democratic Party convention in Green Bay, it's a tale of recent victories.
I'm Tony Evers, and I'm still the 46th governor of the great state of Wisconsin.
Democrats have racked up significant wins in Wisconsin, both last November with Governor Tony Evers and this spring with the state Supreme Court race.
If you are Ben Wickler in the Wisconsin Democratic Party, you learned that another way to say victory is pronounced Protasewicz.
Now Democrats are seeing whether that momentum will carry over to next year with the presidential race at the top of the ballot.
Republicans and Democrats are presenting fundamentally different visions of the country. On the Democratic side, our convention theme is working hard for Wisconsin because Tammy Baldwin, President Biden, and Vice President Harris, and our down-ballot Democrats just wake up every day working incredibly hard to honor the hard work of Wisconsin families.
Joining the ballot with Biden will be Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin. Now, Baldwin will be a tough candidate for Republicans to unseat. Her last race in 2018 was called for her practically as the polls closed.
There's not an A or B level candidate that's going to be dumb enough to take on Tammy Baldwin, because we will work harder than ever to make sure she's reelected, won't we?
We don't know which Republican will end up challenging her. Congressman Mike Gallagher took himself out of contention on Friday. And next weekend, the Republicans will hold their state party convention in La Crosse. In Green Bay, I'm Will Keneally reporting.
And still ahead on Weekend Mornings, our Shane Hogan sits down with Dr. Rupa Shah for a new edition of Health Conversations. Stick with us.
It's the epic summer sale at Denver Mattress, and that means everything is on sale, like the Doctor's Choice Firm for only $664.99, or check out the Summit for only $332.49. Plus, no interest until 2027. The epic summer sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
Rider Chips, just taking a break. That window's a bear.
Don't worry, my cousin's got a guy.
Hey, I'm not sure I can help you with the house gas, but I can help you replace this window fast.
Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your summer with 2-for-1 windows and no interest until 2025. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast.
2-for-1 windows won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
This is Iowa. We just haven't been properly introduced. Say hello to the place where rolling hills meets low bills, where our fields, inside and out, are always growing, and where the fun is just getting started. This is Iowa. So, when are you coming to see us?
Skilled massage therapists and estheticians helping you be your best. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
No more suffering from chronic nagging joint pain. The hope for relief is here at QC Kinetics. No surgery or steroids.
Nothing beats giving people their quality of life back. And that's what we do here at QC Kinetics, every day.
Regenerative treatments provide long-term results by addressing the root cause of pain, right in the office. Call for your complimentary consultation today. QC Kinetics. Finally, hope for relief.
Here's your parachute.
Packed it myself.
Certain it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters. Like the certainty of congratulating coworkers or saying thank you for being a customer with promotional products from 4imprint. Our expert team is dedicated to making your satisfaction a certainty.
Packed it myself.
Land the perfect products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Need life insurance? SelectQuote found Jacob, 40, a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. And SelectQuote found his wife Wendy, a $500,000 policy for only $17 a month.
SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
It's the epic summer sale at Denver Mattress, and that means everything is on sale, like the Doctor's Choice Firm for only $664.99, or check out the Summit for only $332.49. Plus, no interest until 2027. The epic summer sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
Well, if you're a fan of the cool weather, today is the day for you because temperatures will only be in the 60s. And after the morning hours, especially by the late afternoon, we actually are going to see sunshine across a lot of Wisconsin. Some parts of our area could reach the lower 70s, but in general, we are well below average for this time of year. Tonight, we'll see more cool temperatures with lows in the mid 40s. Wouldn't be surprised if parts of the area even get into the upper 30s. We'll continue to see mostly clear skies. And then as we get into tomorrow, we are going to see temperatures fairly similar, a bit warmer, but overall still below average for this time of the year. There also is a chance for some storms, but the storms look to mostly be to the west of Madison between La Crosse and Platteville. That's the greatest area for storms. Now, they're not expected to be very heavy, but in general, we are going to see maybe a few isolated thunderstorms. Taking a look at the current radar across other portions of the United States, we're not the only area seeing rainfall. In fact, other parts are seeing some pretty heavy rain. But our area might see some rainfall, might see some heavy rainfall, later in the week, specifically Monday night into Tuesday. I'll have more details on the timing of that coming up in just a bit.
In this morning's health conversation, our Shane Hogan sat down with Dr. Rupa Shah to talk about probiotics and prebiotics. And what are they? Here now is that conversation.
Prebiotics and probiotics are big topics in nutrition, and even though they sound similar, the two have very different roles in your health. Here to explain more is SSM Health family medicine physician and wellness coach, Dr. Rupa Shah. Dr. Shah, let's talk about these. Now, what is the difference between prebiotics, probiotics? Could easily be confused for some people, right?
For sure. So probiotics are live bacteria that we can either take via food or supplements that just go right into our gut. Prebiotics are more the non-digestible parts of fiber of foods that those bacteria like to feed on. So they're pre instead of pro. But both of those together are really important to maintain what we call a good gut microbiome. This is kind of the name we've given to this very intricate, balance of billions of bacteria in our gut. So both are truly important.
Yeah, and now why is it important to have really good gut health? Like, why is that beneficial to your overall health?
Yeah, so the more we're finding out about this complex kind of little microenvironment that lives inside of us is that it's really important for fighting off infection, so it's good for our immune system. It's also intricately linked to our moods, things like depression and anxiety. A lot of our serotonin is produced in our gut, actually. So truly kind of gives more meaning to you are what you eat sort of thing.
That's a great point. I mean, that's something we heard as kids all the time, right? But like, when you really break it down, the stuff you're putting in really can affect what's coming out.
Yeah, and the science is now catching up with that and teaching us so much more about how that's all linked.
Wow, that's really interesting. Now, we've talked about supplements a lot in our conversations. Now, do you need to take supplements to achieve strong gut health?
You don't necessarily need to take supplements, but it can make it a little bit easier. Taking something like acidophilus in a supplement is a lot easier than eating a lot of yogurt. But yogurt is a great source of a probiotic with a lot of those live active culture bacteria in it. But other foods are important as well, too. Beans and legumes, bananas, artichokes, other foods such as kimchi, kefir. These all have a lot of those active good bacteria in them. It can be good for your gut biome as well.
And delicious. And most of that stuff's pretty cheap, too. Easy to find for a lot of people.
Easy to find, especially in certain health food stores and things like that. You can see they have almost more aisles, like just, dedicated to these types of foods, which is nice.
All right, good to know. Dr. Shah, where else can people find you?
So they can find me on Instagram at Wellness with Dr. Shah.
All right, thank you as always.
Thank you.
There's still more ahead. Coming up, Andrew Bancher takes us through day 2 of the American Family Insurance Championship, plus an ugly ending to Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Finals. That's all next in sports. And you're taking a live look over the Capitol. Jacob is tracking your forecast just ahead.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Join us at the Madison Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns. Visit and get inspired for your 2023 building and remodeling projects. Go to MadisonParadeofHomes.com and purchase your tickets today. And now Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Mosquito Squad for Best Pest Control. Mosquito Squad of South Central Wisconsin, from dawn to past dusk. You decide when it's time to go inside.
It's time to bring balance to business travel and discover the equilibrium that works for you. At National, you're in control. Skip the counter, choose any car in the aisle, and manage your rental right from the app. So you can mix work with leisure, or leisure with work, giving you the control to find the perfect balance. Go National. Go like a pro.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
For muscle cramps and spasms, TheraWorks absorbs quickly for relief. So get back at it.
TheraWorks works.
For fast muscle relief, TheraWorks works. Try TheraWorks and get back at it.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Comfort Suites Cottage Grove for Best Hotel. Vote today for Comfort Suites Cottage Grove and all your favorites on MadisonMagazine.com.
I brought in Ensure Max Protein with 30 grams of protein.
Those who tried me felt more energy in just 2 weeks. Here, I'll take that.
Ensure Max Protein with 30 grams of protein, 1 gram of sugar. Enter the Nourishing Moments giveaway for a chance to win $10,000.
Join us at the Madison Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns. Visit and get inspired for your 2023 building and remodeling projects. Go to MadisonParadeOfHomes.com and purchase your tickets today.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, here are the 3 things you need to know over the next couple of days. The showers we're seeing this morning will end early. They're kind of ending right now, and then we will see dry conditions by the afternoon. But there is another chance of showers both Monday and Tuesday, and we also are going to see much cooler temperatures stay with highs in the 60s, and temperatures will remain below average for tomorrow and Tuesday as well. We'll be warm by the middle of the week, and that warm weather looks to continue through most of next week. Now, taking a look at the current radar, we are seeing those showers continue to break up, but still seeing some raindrops nonetheless. By the time we get to the late morning and early afternoon, most of this rain will have cleared out of the area. Cloudy skies for southern Wisconsin to start the day, but up in La Crosse and Eau Claire, clear skies to start the day. And then by the afternoon, much of our area will see sunshine with partly sunny skies in southern Wisconsin, pretty much completely clear skies in central Wisconsin. But moving forward, tonight we're going to see clear skies with pretty cool temperatures, I want to add. But then we are going to see some showers and possibly storms pop up during the afternoon tomorrow, especially to the west of Madison, pretty much from Platteville to La Crosse. That's the greatest chance to see those thunderstorms. Not going to see a ton, but if a storm pops up in your individual area, you could see some heavy rain for a brief period of time. But then Monday night into Tuesday, we are going to see more rain move into our area. This rain looks to be a bit more widespread, and it will also come in from the northeast. This rain looks to mostly impact the central portion of the state, looking from east to west, the central and eastern portions. So pretty much Madison and places just to the west, with Platteville and La Crosse probably not going to see as much rain on Tuesday. The heaviest rain will be just to the north and east of Madison, near Fond du Lac and up to Green Bay as well. But Madison has the potential to see a good amount of rainfall on Tuesday. So here's a look at future track precipitation. We could possibly see up to an inch, but we'll see right around 1/4 of an inch to a 1/2 inch of rainfall. But areas to the northeast could see up to an inch of rainfall. And for those of you in La Crosse and Platteville, a lot of this precipitation will be from those pop-up thunderstorms that we will see tomorrow. Now here's a look at the wind gust forecast. We also are going to see some pretty gusty winds, although it will be we'll see a break from the winds this afternoon and overnight, but they're going to pick right back up during the day tomorrow with wind gusts possibly up to 35 miles per hour. Tuesday morning is going to be very gusty just to the south and west of Madison. And then during the afternoon, it looks like the gusty winds will enter the central portion of the state. So here's a look at the 7 to 10 day forecast for La Crosse. Chances of rain, possibly some storms tomorrow. Small chance of rain on Tuesday, but we are going to see pretty warm temperatures by the middle of the week. Highs will be in the upper 80s, and then they'll be around the 80s for much of next week as well. Now for Madison, we have a small chance of rain on Monday with a greater chance of rain on Tuesday. So in terms of the rain chances, these 2 days kind of flip-flop between Madison and La Crosse. And Madison will also be a bit cooler with 70s returning possibly by the end of the week. But similar to La Crosse, we are going to see those storm threats by the end of the week as well. But those storm threats appear to be a hit or miss. It depends on if we see the thunderstorms pop up in our given area. So I'm really hoping that we could see a good amount of rainfall on Tuesday. There is a potential that we do see up to an inch of rainfall. My guess is we'll be closer to a 1/4 of an inch to a 1/2 inch of rainfall. We'll take any rain we get, though.
Yeah, I think we will, except I'm going on vacation this week. I'm going camping a lot of that. I don't want it to rain. So
well, by the middle of the week, it looks to be pretty nice. If you like the 80s, of course.
Okay, well, yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Jacob. In sports news, Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final ended in an ugly fashion last night. After the Golden Knights sealed the win, there were punches thrown between players. Fans in the stands also threw things on the ice before order was restored. Vegas carried momentum the entire game, winning with a final score of 3-2. And now they lead the series over the Panthers 3-1. It is the Golden Knights' second time being in the finals since their inaugural season in 2017. Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals is on Tuesday. And today is the last day of the American Family Championship Tournament happening in Madison. Our Andrew Banstra shares highlights from day 2 and what to expect for today.
There were a lot of legends on the links on Saturday. I'm talking about 5 World Series rings, 23 Olympic gold medals, but Steve Stricker was still the star of the show on the second day of the AmFam Championships at University Ridge. After finishing day 1 tied for 3rd at 7 under, Saturday, he stayed hot, and wherever Strick goes, they will follow. The Edgerton native was locked in from the first hole, birdied each of the first 2 holes, and picked up 6 birds on the front 9. After going 7 under on Friday, he took the lead in the back 9 on Saturday, finishing tied for first place at 15 under heading into the event's final day. He expects nerves, but he likes his odds with his home crowd in the stands.
Just like any other week, I'm trying to make this out to be, and yeah, I'll be nervous, but you have to embrace it, otherwise it's just going to get the best of you. So I'm looking forward to the challenge, and we don't, I don't get that type of support week in and week out, and so when we come here and play in front of, all the home fans, it's pretty special. And
Derek Jeter's played golf with Michael Jordan and a lot of other great athletes, but today was another great Michael that he played with. Michael Phelps, alongside Andy North and Zach Johnson, they made up this year's celebrity foursome at the AmFam Championships. For them, this game can be frustrating, but they've got enough rings and gold medals to let it slide.
I really enjoyed meeting guys, getting to know their personalities, what drives them, and I enjoy listening. So, I've been fans of everyone up here on this podium for years, and to get a chance to get to know them even just a little bit, doesn't matter how good you are in your particular sport, your individual sport, it's all equal when you start playing golf.
Nobody ever asked me to go swim. Like, nobody ever wants to get in the pool and race me. Like, what the hell?
All season long, the goal for Brodhead wasn't just to make it to state, but to win the state title like they did in 2004. And after a shutout semifinal win, the Cardinals were 1 win away from completing the mission. Standing in their way to repeat history, Mayville, and McKenna Young was on fire on the mound. 5th inning, Mayville threatening, and Young shuts him down with a K to end the inning. She struck out 16 in 8 shutout innings. This one went to extras, and Jerica Schwartz played hero. Bottom of the 8th, she sends one to the wall in left, and Tatum Hosley scores. That would send Brodhead to the win as they walk it off to win the Division III state championship.
As soon as it hit the ground and I knew we had a good base runner and Tatum going, I just went, okay, we just won state. I'm not going to try to coach speak cliche here. This is special group. I was pretty emotional this morning knowing this is going to be my last game with, some of them.
Could never imagine going to state with your best friends, and then after winning it, there's no better dream than that.
That's your Sunday morning sports fix. Have a fantastic day.
Jacob has one more check of your forecast next, plus not paying the bills, how tech company Twitter is cutting costs by stopping payments to Google. We're back in a moment here on Weekend Mornings.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living, furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized sale, going on now at Wanakee Furniture, etc.
Skilled massage therapists and estheticians helping you be your best. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
Bipolar 1, I got help to push back.
I got help to push back.
We got help to push back with Lybalvi.
Once daily prescription Lybalvi is proven to treat manic or mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults to help you push back. Elderly patients with dementia have an increased risk of death or stroke. Do not take Lybalvi if you are taking opioids or are in opioid withdrawal. The samidorphan in Lybalvi can cause severe opioid withdrawal that can lead to hospitalization or increased risk of life-threatening overdose. Get emergency help if you have trouble breathing, become very drowsy with slowed or shallow breathing, or feel faint, very dizzy, or confused. Or if you have fever, stiff muscles, confusion, rash, swollen glands, or problems with your liver, kidneys, heart, or lungs. Other serious side effects may include high cholesterol, weight gain, potentially fatal high blood sugar, uncontrolled body movements, which may be permanent, dizziness upon standing or falls.
Are you ready to push back against bipolar 1? Ask your doctor if Lybalvi is right for you.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including StormGuard Roofing and Construction for Best Roofer. Vote today for StormGuard Roofing and Construction on MadisonMagazine.com.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living, furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized sale, going on now at Wanakee Furniture, etc.
A hospital here in the 608s created a calming outdoor retreat where everyone's welcome. Monday, Josh shares how you can help support this special healing garden.
And 80s will return by the middle of the week. For more details, tune in Monday between 4:30 and 7.
News 3 Now, first warn weather. When you're planning your day, accuracy matters. Trust Madison's certified most accurate team, so you'll know what to expect when you head out the door. First warn weather, keeping you ahead of the storms.
And finally this morning, not paying their bills. Tech company Twitter has refused to pay Google as their contract with them comes up this month. The move could result in the social media company's trust and safety teams being crippled before Elon Musk's takeover of the social media platform last year. Twitter signed a multi-year contract with Google related to fighting spam and protecting accounts, among other things. It said that Twitter has been trying to renegotiate its contract with Google since at least March. And since Musk's acquisition, Twitter has cut costs dramatically and laid off thousands of employees. Musk ordered the company to cut infrastructure costs, such as spending on cloud services, by $1 billion. Man, they just need to pay up. If they got to pay that, they got to do it, right?
I guess I'm not a billionaire, so I don't know. I don't know all the details of that.
Nor do I.
Exactly. Let's take one final look at the forecast. Here's the 10-day forecast for lacrosse. Good chance of rain tomorrow, slight chance Tuesday. Temperatures will be in the upper 80s by Wednesday and Thursday, with more chances of rain by the end of the week and beginning of next week. For Madison, slight chance of rain tomorrow, with a greater chance of rain on Tuesday, and temperatures as a whole will be a bit cooler. Still going to get into the 80s by midweek, but we likely will drop back into the upper 70s by the end of the week. More chances of storms to end the week and to begin next week. Overall, after today, temperatures won't be too far below or above average. We do have several chances of rain, so hopefully that eases the current drought that we've been seeing.
Thank you so much, Jacob. Thank you all for watching. Have a great Sunday.